Welcome to beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina, where tonight we finally get the much anticipated matchup between the number 5 Georgia Bulldogs and the number 3 Clemson Tigers. Now we're going to quickly dive in to 3 things to watch for in this game. First, we're going to start out with the quarterback matchup. Obviously, both of these guys are going into their first full season as the starters for their teams. For Clemson, they've got DJ Uiagalelei, a big guy, 6'4", 250, and defensive coordinator Dan Lanning for Georgia said they're going to have to wrap up. This guy's big. He can make plays both through the air and with his feet. Played very well last year when Trevor Lawrence went down with COVID. The Dogs are going to have to find ways to stop him and hopefully get some turnovers as well. And then for Georgia, they'll obviously be led by JT Daniels, a guy that we've talked about all offseason, the California gunslinger. He's cool, he's calm, he's collected, but this will be his biggest game in a Bulldogs uniform so far. He'll be without wide receiver George Pickens. We don't know the status of Darnell Washington and probably won't have Arik Gilbert as well. He'll have to make up for it with Jermaine Burton, Kyrus Jackson, and the rest of the guys. Next up, we're going to take a look at the battle in the trenches. Georgia's D-line, very experienced. Clemson's O-line, Clemson's D-line, very experienced against Georgia's O-line. First, let's start with the stars on that Georgia D-line. You've got Jordan Davis, 6'6", 330 pounds, a big guy, a Charlotte native, said it was always his dream to play at Bank of America Stadium. That will come true tonight. And then on Clemson's defensive line, we look at Brian Bresee, a guy who was a 5-star coming out of high school. He could really be the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. That will be a guy that JT Daniels will have to keep his eye on at all times. Really, whoever controls the line of scrimmage up front has the best shot of winning this game, as that will be one of the biggest things to watch for. And then lastly, let's go to a coaching matchup. We've got offensive coordinator Todd Monken for Georgia against defensive coordinator Brett Venables for Clemson. 2 veterans, 2 masterminds, 2 guys that could be head coaches if they wanted to right now. We're going to see what this Georgia offense can do. We've said that this might be the most weapons the Bulldogs have had in years. So how do they use it? How do they balance the run game against one of the best minds in college football, really in the last decade? Fans from both teams can't wait for this matchup. We've seen plenty of orange, plenty of red already around the Charlotte area. Kickoff is set for 7:30. We'll have coverage all night for you on Bulldawg Illustrated at BD_Illustrated on Twitter. I'm Davis Baker.